Today we're going to cook a delicious pork ragout. Hi there! Let's get straight to it. A ragout is basically a hearty mixture of meat and vegetables, seasoned with a few extra ingredients to bring out the best flavors. First, we'll prep the pork. I'm using pork leg, but other cuts work just fine too. Cut the meat into cubes about half an inch to an inch thick. Season the meat with some black pepper and get it ready for searing. Pour some oil into a hot pan. You can also use lard if you prefer, and add the meat. Saute it until it's a nice light brown. While the meat is searing, let's prep the bacon. You could also use smoked pork belly if you like. Cut the bacon into small, half-inch cubes. Try to make them neat. As they'll be visible in the final dish. My meat is perfectly brown now, so I'll remove it from the pan. This golden brown color is exactly what we're looking for. Now, add the bacon to the same pan. Saute it until it starts to release its fat and gets a bit crispy. While that's cooking, I'll dice one medium-sized onion. The bacon is looking great, so in go the onions. Saute them until they are translucent and light golden. Just be careful not to burn them. Next up is the garlic. For this amount of ragout, I use about 3 cloves. You don't need to crush them, just slice them thinly. Add the garlic to the pan with the bacon and onions and saute briefly. Now for the root vegetables. I'm using 1 carrot, 1 parsley root, and a piece of celery root. Dice them into small cubes. Just like with the bacon, these will be visible in the dish, so try to keep the pieces uniform. It makes the final result look much more professional. Add the vegetables to the mix and saute them for a few minutes. The base is ready, so let's add the spices. I'm using 4 peppercorns, 2 juniper berries, 2 allspice berries, 1 bay leaf, and a pinch of thyme. Now is the perfect time to return the seared meat to the pan. Pour in about a cup of broth and let it simmer until the meat is tender. I like to simmer it with a lid on for about 10 minutes. Then I take the lid off. Now, I'll add some salt. We want to let the liquid reduce and evaporate, but keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn. As soon as the broth has cooked down, I'll thicken it with a tablespoon of flour. Once the flour is lightly toasted, pour in enough water so that the tips of the meat are just barely peeking out. Let it simmer for at least 20 minutes to cook out the raw flour taste. Of course, it wouldn't be a proper ragout without some red wine. I'm adding about half a cup. To brighten the flavors, I also add a few drops of lemon juice. Just watch out for the seeds. I also like to add a tiny pinch of sugar. It really mellows out the flavor and brings everything together. If too much water has evaporated, add just a little more. Let's do a final taste test. Wow, I nailed it on the first try. That doesn't happen every day. It's absolutely delicious. Finito! We're at the finish line. Lights out and stove off. Time to serve! You can serve this ragout with bread dumplings, potato dumplings, or even pasta, but I think it tastes best with gnocchi. Well, that's all for today. Enjoy your meal, and I'll see you next time.